We will start with a karakia. Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga, kia mā kina kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai, e hi ake ana te ata kura, he tio, he huka, he hauhu, ti he mauri ora. All right, kia ora koutou, ko Louise toku ingoa. So I'm the Marketing Communications Manager at the Beautification Trust, and welcome to EcoFest, a month-long celebration of the unique environment of Tāmaki Makaurau and how we care for it. So 4 Auckland Eco Hubs have come together to organise this festival, which has more than a decade of history and is now going regional across Auckland. So a bit of history for those of you who aren't familiar with EcoFest. It started in 2012 as EcoFest West by Eco Matters Environment Trust, and it quickly became a popular way to experience hands-on environmental action, connect with neighbours and learn new skills in West Auckland. So Eco Matters Environment Trusts, they're an organisation that aims to connect people in place and to nurture kaitiakitanga or guardianship. They're based out west in Tāmaki Makaurau, Auckland, and they're an established charitable trust that works with and for the community to deliver environmental initiatives. So after a great start with Eco Matters, the festival was expanded to Auckland North by Kaipātiki Project in 2013. So based in Auckland's north, Kaipātiki Project is an innovative eco-hub growing a sustainable future for people and nature. They do this by empowering people, inspiring connection with nature and enabling sustainable living. And now in 2023, for the first time, EcoFest is going to be held Auckland-wide with the addition of the Beautification Trust in South Auckland and the Waiheke Resources Trust on Waiheke Island. So to give you an intro to both those organisations, the Beautification Trust is a social enterprise on a mission to connect and empower communities to learn, love and look after our environment. Since 2001, they've been leading beautification projects, community events and environmental education all over South and East Auckland. And the Waiheke Resources Trust works to celebrate and protect all the resources we already have and build capacity and knowledge in the community toward a creation of a resourceful future for all. They're a professional non-profit organisation that's been serving the Waiheke community since 1998. So EcoFest is a grassroots festival that offers local change makers a chance to share their skills and ideas, championing our local environment, supporting collaboration, and celebrating the importance of the community. So together with your help as event hosts, we want to create an EcoFest program that's packed with events, activities, installations, and workshops for people of all ages and at any stage of their sustainability journey. From composting workshops to silent disco cleanups, EcoFest's aim is to make sustainability fun and accessible, inspiring people to make simple changes to reduce their impact on the environment. So we're calling for applications from people like you, individuals, community groups, non-profit organisations and businesses who want to host events as part of EcoFest 2023 from Sunday 18th of March to Sunday 16th of April. So what's involved in hosting an EcoFest event? Here's an overview, and we'll get into some more detail throughout the webinar, and we also have a host info pack for you, which lays this out in a bit more detail. So step 1, you plan your event. Your event can be in person or online. It can be about any of our 5 event themes, which we'll get into shortly. Step 2, once you've got a great idea for an event, you register it on our website, ecofest.org.nz. Your local hub will be in touch to help you finalise that registration process. By the way, there's no cost to register your event as part of EcoFest. It is free. We don't charge you anything. We just want to help amplify the amazing work that you're doing. Step 3, we promote EcoFest, both through our own local campaigns with the 4 hubs in each of their areas, and also regional Auckland-wide marketing and PR activities. Number 4, you deliver your event in person or online, and everyone has a great time. Number 5, we gather feedback from you and from the participants because we want to continually improve and make EcoFest amazing year on year. And number 6, hopefully you come back next year. So think about what you want to do in 2024. So that's a very brief overview of what's involved. But yeah, we invite you to join us for a month-long celebration of our unique environment, and let's make sustainability fun and accessible for everyone. I will pass on now to the next speaker, who I think might be Anna, talking about our event themes.
Kia ora koutou katoa. Thanks so much for having me along to talk about the event categories and the event examples. The first category is Wakahurua, clean transport. So Wakahurua, clean transport, get moving with sustainable transport, taking inspiration from the sustainable approach Māori took to transport, which saw traditional double-hulled ocean voyaging vessels being split to be used as wakapito, coastal voyaging craft, or wakatiwai, river vessels. These events take us on a journey of discovery to ways for moving about cleanly and sustainably. Events in this category can cover bike maintenance workshops, guided bike rides, kids learning to ride events, and webinars and workshops for EV, bike and car enthusiasts. Next, Kinaki Kaireka, or Foodies Fix. Fill your plate with locally grown and crafted food. Kinaki Kaireka refers to all of the wonderful things we can do with food, such as cultivation, preparation, and cooking. The word kinaki refers to ingredients, condiments, and garnishes. Kai refers to food, and reka denotes a sweet and palatable taste. Events in this category can range from foraging workshops, growing workshops, attending a volunteering session with a food bank, attending a film screening about food waste, or a full immersion experience 16-course tasting feast. Next is Mauri Noho, conscious living. Discover smarter ways to live the good life. This term describes a meaningful existence, living in peace and harmony with oneself, the environment, and others. The word noho means to settle, and whilst there are many definitions for the word mauri, in this context, it reminds us to be conscious of our surroundings, actions, thoughts, and words in the places we frequent. Therefore, these events talk of respect for all living things, great and small, teaching us to tread lightly and leave nothing but footprints behind. Events in this category can include climate change games, meetings and talks, healthy homes workshops, second-hand fashion markets, sustainable parenting workshops, community garden open days, and eco-neighbourhood tours. Next is Te Waihanga, Makers Mayhem. Meet local creators and get hands-on experiences. Te Waihanga refers to the ability to create and imagine without limitation. It is the ability to make something beautiful, memorable, and lasting, a gift that can be passed on to others. Events in this category include repair workshops and repair cafes, woodwork workshops, nature journaling and printing workshops, make your own bag, beeswax wrap, lotions and potions workshops, markets, and art exhibition. And last but not least, Torohe Nuku, explore nature. Get out and explore the natural gems in our backyard. Torohi Nuku describes the exploration of land. Torohi means to examine and explore in detail land features such as mountains, wetlands, and caves. Nuku is an abbreviation of Papato Nuku, meaning Mother Earth. These events invite us to experience the beauty of our natural surroundings and to look at how we can help to support and restore them. Events in this category can include a bat walk, stream cleans, native plant propagation workshops, litter picking events and silent discos, discovering butterflies and bees, pest trapping and invasive weeding events, photo competitions, family fun days, kayaking tours, and introductions to permaculture and composting. The possibilities are endless for creating events to celebrate our unique environment and to sustainable living. Have a great festival, everyone. Feel free to get in touch if we can help with anything. Ngā mihi.
Thank you, Anna, for that. Yeah, lots and lots of different opportunities and ideas. And if you want to be inspired by even more ideas, of course, visit the website and see what other people are doing. But for now, I'm going to dive into the resources and assistance that we can try and provide and offer to all of our hosts. So obviously, other than just promoting it, there are a few resources that we put together just to make the journey a little bit easier for you guys. So the first thing is registering events, and that's basically the first way that you can take advantage of our promotions that we do. This first link will take you to our main EcoFest website or landing page. If you haven't seen it before, this is what it looks like. This is where you click to register your event, so it's right there, very accessible. And then there's a bit of information about the map and the different categories that we have. And then beneath that is the actual map with all of the events listed here. And when you click on a little icon, you'll be able to see the event. So once your events are up, you'll be able to click on one and see what it looks like on this website. So if you have clicked on to register your event, it will take you to a page that looks like this. The first thing that you need to know about this page is just to choose which your support organization is. So if you're on the south or the east, you're going to click Beautification Trust. If you're in West Auckland, you click Eco Matters. If you're in North Auckland, Kaipātiki Project. And if you're in Waiheke Island, Waiheke Resources Trust. So you just select your organization. If you're central or if you're unsure, just choose any one of them and we'll be sure to put you into the right one. Just remember, when you are putting this information in, it won't go live straight away. We still need to verify it in the back end. So you can make mistakes, but yeah, just try and fill in the best that you can. The other important thing to note here is this question here, how to register for the event. So if you are on the north or if you're on the south or east, so if your support organization is Kaipātiki Project or Beautification Trust, we do have booking systems available for you. So if you don't have your own booking site or anything like that, just put in that you will be using that you need support with your booking systems into this box over here, and we'll be sure to get in touch with you to arrange that. And obviously, if you have your own links and you have your own booking system, you're welcome to put that in there too. Other than that, yeah, just fill in the best you can. In terms of images, yeah, ideally we'll use the image that you supply. If the image doesn't fit the screen or doesn't fit in where it's presented on our website, we might put a placeholder image in. If you're happy with that, we'll just keep it as the placeholder. And if you'd like to put your own unique one and it's not showing up, just get in touch again with your support organization and we can make that work. So that's registering your event. The next thing that we've put together for you is the host info pack. So that's this link here, and that will take you to this page over here. So yeah, it just comes off of our website, and this is what it looks like. So first thing to note is there is this option here to download the checklist. So everything's structured around a checklist. If you don't want to download it, you can actually, the checklist is laid out here on the website. So if you prefer to view it just on the website, that's fine. And it's just got bullet points for each sort of task that you might need to do. Again, chop and choose, use what's useful and drop the rest. But yeah, definitely have a read through them all, and it just saves you having to think about things too much or miss out on things that you never thought of. There's a lot of links in here, really useful resources. I'm just going to open up, so if you downloaded the checklist, it will give you a PDF that looks like this. And that's just the checklist on one sheet. So feel free to download that and cross off what's not relevant to you and tick off tasks as you get them done. Just takes the effort out of planning a little bit. And so for each task, you'll see that there's a link. So we've got an event planning guide, for example. So if I go into that, it'll open up another PDF, also downloadable. And this is being custom built for people who are hosting events for EcoFest. So it's really to the point. It's really speaking to what's going to be relevant to you as best we can. And yeah, there's a lot of information here. Again, just have a skim through it because it's worth knowing what's here. And then feel free to use it as like a reference or as a guide as you go. Yeah, a lot of useful information in there that we've gleaned over the years of running EcoFest. And yeah, there's a few other useful links and information here, including links to Auckland Council websites where you can get more templates or advice there. So yeah, really useful info pack, and yeah, we really encourage you to use that. And soon we'll be putting in a host promo pack too, so we'll be sending that to you. If you've registered an event, you already will have received a host info pack link, and we'll be sure to get the promo pack link out soon. So that is basically going to be a whole lot of resources for you to quickly and easily make promotional material. So whether it's Facebook or Instagram posts with with our logo and with images, with dates, and posters that you might want to have either at your venue or wherever in your local area. So yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff coming your way in terms of that, just to make that whole process a little bit easier. The next really useful thing that we're going to point you towards is these two links. Obviously, we're EcoFest, so we like to make sure that all of our events are as sustainable and zero waste as possible. So we've got two really helpful links here. The first one is to an Auckland Council zero waste website. Basically, this is everything you need to know about running a zero waste event in Auckland. There are resources available. There are templates available for creating your own waste management plan. You're able to hire equipment to enable your events to run more smoothly and more zero waste. So yeah, a lot of great information here. And then the other link that is in there is onto the Eco Matters Zero Waste Events page. Also really useful. On this page, you'll find a little thing here that says download Zero Waste Events Flyer. And that is a really great one for smaller events. It's more targeted towards an EcoFest type of event, whereas the Auckland one is, it's targeted at everything from small to massive events. So this might be more along the lines of what your event looks like. So some really good tips and advice there. And also they have EcoFest offers reusable and disposable dinnerware, plates, cups, knives, forks, all that kind of stuff. So they do that with a sort of koha and borrowing situation. So get in touch with them if that's an option that you'd like to explore. Yeah, there are sometimes grants available at the moment. There are out of grants for this year, but something to definitely think about getting in early next year if they become available again. But yeah, a lot of great resources on these two pages. So I'm sure that you'll be able to find a way to make your event as zero waste as possible. Okay, next up is venues. So this is also a live link and it will take you to this page, venue hire list. It's also there's a link to this on the checklist and on the host info pack. So, we're not making these things difficult to find. They're all there. And basically, yeah, we've got, if you want a venue in Auckland region, there's a link here with lists of every type of venue that you could imagine. And then South and East Auckland, there's options there. And North Auckland, there's options there. West Auckland, there's options there. I've been led to believe that on Waiheke, it's a small enough community that you'll be able to find a venue or talk with Waiheke Resources Trust if you're having trouble with that. I'm going to hand over for a second to someone from Beautification Trust to just talk a little bit more about their Auckland Botanic Gardens hub.
Cool. Thank you, Dan. Kia ora, everyone. Ko Dawn Toka Ingoa. I'm the Community Manager for the Beautification Trust. We're in a really awesome position down in South. We're really lucky to have a key event partner, Auckland Botanic Gardens. So with that in mind, we will have a permanent hub set up in the gardens for our event hosts to use for free as they would like to. It's a stretch tent in a prime position in the gardens, but we also have access to power. So if it's raining, you've got shelter. If you need to use power for your workshop, we've got that available. We can also support with things like tables and chairs and bean bags at the hub as well. So if you need any support with resourcing your event in the South, then we're more than happy to help with that. But yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know that if you're wanting to run an event in South, we do have that venue as an option, and we'd love to utilize it as much as possible and get as many people engaged as we can. So thanks. Back to you, Dan.
Cool, thanks for that, Dawn. Yeah, great option to get meet up with other people too and sort of get a feel for the buzz of the place. So yeah, those are the resources and assistance that we have on offer. And I've put in the bottom here sort of direct contacts to each of the different hubs. So whatever your support organization is, those are the emails to get hold of if you are needing anything extra. And yeah, we really just encourage you to use these resources, at least have a skim through them as soon as you can, and so that you know what's there, and you can refer to it if you need to. Cool, thanks for that. I'm going to hand it over to Waiheke Resources Trust.
Kia ora, everyone. Laura Toko Ingoa. We're going to talk you through top 10 tips for getting a really great event for EcoFest going. So the first of our top tips is to make sure that you've got your booking system clearly ready and you're providing clear communication to the people coming to the event. So try to test ahead of time, use things you've already used in the past that you know work for you and your community that you're trying to target. Top tip number 2 is to plan ahead. So as Dan was just saying, to use the resources that we have provided for you. So looking through our host info pack and reaching out to the hubs that are supporting you. So that's us here on Waiheke, or Kaipātiki Trust or Beautification Trust or Eco Matters, using those email addresses that were provided in the last slide. Top tip number 3 is to, when you're opening up your event, is to welcome your guests warmly and encourage them to register. So keep a good registration so that you know who came and you can share that with us later. Top tip number 4 is have a clear start. So like us today, perhaps start with a karakia and run through the health and safety and any key information you might need to know before you start. And then I'm going to hand top tip number 5 is always start with something fun. So icebreakers or a little bit of background, just to provide some sort of guide ropes or leeways into conversation for a group that might not know each other to start with. So like us today, perhaps start with introductions or a fun game. And now I'm going to hand over to my colleague Aya, who's going to run through the last of the tips.
Kia ora, everybody. Ko Aya Toka Ingoa. I'm from Waiheke Resources Trust, Communication Manager. Tip number 6 is there something they can physically take away with them. So for example, if you have gardening workshop, people could take some seedlings or seeds home. You could provide them like Google Classroom or presentation links, so you can avoid printing papers, and also people could have a look at what they learned from the day, and they could have a little homework just to encourage them. The learning is still get activated when they get home. Number 7, encourage photo and video taking. Yes, And we're all on social media, most of us, and we do want to bump up EcoFest and also individual events. So more photos better, videos better, TikTok's good, Instagram's good. Yeah, we just want to encourage everybody to take any special moments on their devices.
Share away.
Oh
with
yeah,
with our
hashtag EcoFestNZ. Tip number 8, leave time for Q&As so people can ask you questions towards the end of the event. It's always good to schedule the event not too tight on schedule, otherwise you would run out of time for people to participate in terms of asking questions and being a little bit more interactive. Number 9, have a clear end. Warm goodbye, thanks, and karakia to end. Yeah, I think using karakia from start at the start and the end is quite important. And yeah, always nice to finish with warm goodbye. And as a Japanese, we say a lot of thank you because we can't, for example, EcoFest, we can't have events without participants and the guests. It's not just about hosts, but the people who are joining the events too. We want to be thankful to each other. And the last tip, number 10, is follow up a week or 2 later. It is a good idea for the host to follow up with the people who came to the event so we can be part of their journey and we can be more support, as much as support we can be for everybody.
We really want to encourage you to make sure the behavior change that you're teaching stays with the person after they've left the event.
Not like this, but yeah. Thanks, guys. That's us.
See ya. Takite.
All right, so Dawn and I are just going to talk you through a few ideas of going beyond and extra things that you can do on top of hosting events as part of EcoFest. So I guess before we talk a bit, I just want to give you all a chance, if you want to connect and collaborate with each other or with other event hosts, do feel free to pop your contact details in the text chat on Zoom. And if you do share your contact details, we can share them with everyone else on the call today, because one of the really great things about EcoFest is not just delivering your event to the public, but also being able to collaborate with other organizations who share the same values and mission as you. And you never know, you might find someone who you might want to run an event in collaboration with. So that's a really good benefit of being part of EcoFest. And then I'll pass on to Dawn as well, actually, because there are a couple of other opportunities that we have for you to connect with other hosts.
Cool, thanks, Louise. Like Louise said, we do have some more opportunities, and we're all about collaboration and connecting with people who are like-minded to really drum up your engagement with community. So for Saturday, the 18th of March, our first day of EcoFest, if you're around the South region, we're hosting a launch event at Auckland Botanic Gardens. So if you'd like to run a workshop on that day, we can try and join you up with other people to really try and get some momentum going for EcoFest. Waiheke Resources Trust are also have an amazing launch on the Friday evening before we go into the month-long festival. They're doing a sustainable fashion show, which is super exciting. So if you aren't doing anything on that Friday night, head over to Waiheke, have a look at the fashion show, enjoy some Waiheke wine, catch the ferry back, and then come to EcoFest on Saturday and enjoy the launch event at the gardens and have a picnic in the garden. So it's just a really cool way that we can try and drum up some collaboration, but also drum up some more reach for your events as well. We're also really keen for, if you'd like to collaborate, that we can help foster those relationships. So Like Louise said, one way to do it is share your details in the chat, and we can share that with other organisations. The other option that we can look at is you can look at the event listings that are on the website, and if there's anyone who you think you're really keen to collaborate or connect with, then we're happy to join 2 organisations or maybe multiple organisations up to help you amplify what you're doing.
The other thing that we can get your help with is recruiting more hosts. All of us in the environmental and sustainability space are already quite well connected. So if you know any people in your networks who you're like, oh my God, they would be amazing at hosting an EcoFest event, they need to know about this, do share these details, these slides and our website with them, and encourage them to sign up their EcoFest event as well. So yes, spread the word with your networks.
We're also really keen to kind of scale up what's happening locally. So if you're a veteran of EcoFest and you've been hosting events for a few years now, maybe you've done it with Eco Matters or Kaipātiki Trust, maybe venture out south or venture to Waiheke and run the same event or a similar one in a different region. That could be a really cool way to just build more awareness around your event as well.
We also encourage you to promote not only your own event, but other events as well. So when the full program is released, which hoping to have up at least the initial program of everyone who's registered so far, the end of next week, have a look through all the events that are on offer and see what kinds of ones are in line with your own mission or similar and could offer value to your audiences and your communities, and share each other's events and promote each other's work and lift each other up. It's a really good opportunity to do that. And again, like as we've been saying, this is a really good opportunity to meet other people in the same space and collaborate. So go to each other's events and think about, if you're hosting an event that has maybe a ticket price, would you be willing to offer free entry to fellow EcoFest hosts to help you build those connections? Future catch-ups, Dawn?
Future catch-ups. So we're thinking of opportunities to enable event hosts to connect, whether that's in person or online. This may include a celebration event at the end of EcoFest, but we'd really like to know what's beneficial for you. So if you've got a moment, pop it in the chat, or you can let us know afterwards if more events like this are useful to you or beneficial, or if you'd like more opportunities to collaborate. Also, just like to mention that this is an amazing opportunity where we've got the 4 supporting organisations all in the same virtual room. So make the most of it. We're here to ask any burning questions that you might have, or just to help you with any questions you have at the end. So, cool. Thanks, everyone. And I think we are handing over to Blanca.
Kia ora koutou, Blanca te kuingoa. I'm really here to answer any of your questions, and there was only one question in chat. So thank you, Alan. Alan asked if you can register more than one event. Absolutely. Please register as many as you like. But we do ask you if you can register them individually through EcoFest site. If you have an installation that goes for every single day of the festival, then please do let us know in a chat. So when you enter an event during our EcoFest site, just register as a start date. And then in comments, please mention this is happening every day, so you don't have to enter it 30 times or so. But otherwise, yes, please do register more events than one if you can. And really good suggestion that came up was if you have events that you're running in one area of Auckland, you're welcome to run them in another area of Auckland as well. Are there any other questions? Also, I want to mention that we're currently working on FAQs as well that we're going to have on our website. So give us a few days, in the website we'll have a whole FAQ section. We're going to put together everything that we have, that people have asked us over time. So yes, no questions. Thank you. So we'll pass it over to Louise, I think.
Cool. Okay. If you do have any burning questions later, do feel free to get in touch by email to any of the people, any of the EcoFest organisations that are on the call here, and we'll be happy to chat with you and answer any questions. And for now, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's joined us today, and we're really, really excited to launch the first ever Auckland-wide EcoFest and to have you all be part of it. So thank you all so much for your time and attention today. And yeah, we're looking forward to working with you. We'll end with a karakia to see us off to the rest of the day. Kia whaka te tapu, kia wā ai te ara, kia tūruki whakataha ai, kia tai kie. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great weekend. It looks like we're in for some better weather, which is nice.